Hi guys, I hope you're having a splendid day, and welcome to Mortal Online quick guide tutorials thingies, whatever. The moon is beautiful. Look at that crate. Um, what we're going to talk about today is really simple. There's a lot of people who've been asking me, and I've played a couple of years ago. I've played Mortal Online 1, and things really haven't changed too much. Now my knowledge around, the whole mineral aspect and things and extraction and stuff is still a little grainy. So, I had to ask a couple of guys and friends but while I was being here in Haven, or rather stuck in Haven, due to server problems and things, I'm sure Henrik and the boys, they'll sort that out soon enough and we get to join the mainland like everyone else. Um, at the moment in Haven, it's actually a really cool idea, for you to level up your baseline skills, like your professional stuff, okay? Because nobody's bothering you here and you have a really easy time doing it. So, um, what I was doing is basically just figuring out or trying to figure out the ratios of like, trying to get flakestone in order to make better great swords. So in order to do that, the tutorial goes with you out the west gate over there, and you have a wooden sword in your hand, I believe, and you're hitting a rock, and it's really bad and inefficient and just there, right? So what you really want to do is get some money, right? Go out the east gate, so southeast east gate there. There's a bank here, and then southeast east gate's right over there. And hit some zombies in the face, right? Get their heads, sell them, get some silver. And when you come back, you should have enough money to buy yourself a pickaxe, right? Real easy,
See what I
super
have
simple.
for you.
Well, hello there, my lady. Super easy, super simple. You're gonna get like 1, 2, 3 pickaxes or whatever, okay? I'm just gonna get 2 because I only have 10 silver on me, so I'll just get 2.
Welcome back.
There you
anytime.
go. Now,
Welcome back.
I already have
anytime.
one equipped, so ignore that. Um, but what you want to do is just imagine you don't. You have this in your inventory, and normally there's like your sword here or whatever. Just right click this, and it will replace your sword with the pickaxe, and you're good to go, right? It just acts like any other weapon. There's really no difference. You can hit X and it will draw your pickaxe instead. Now, murdering people with this kind of thing is like not efficient, trust me. People try it. So, I'm sure there's some crazy dudes out there who can do it, but it's not really a point, right? So what you want to do next is we need to gather Granum, right? And it's a good idea, like to get your mining skill and things up here. Even your wood cutting, if you're like into bowery and things like that. So what you really want to do is go out here, right? And to the right hand side, there's your tamer trainer, right? You can see like a really cool cat here, right? There's like this troll. They're super dangerous, by the way. Taming tutor, equerry, where you can stable your pets and stuff, right? And a dominator tutor. I'm not gonna get into detail on any of these because this is a topic for days. Now, what you want is we're gonna go out there to the rocks, right? Where basically you had the original tutorial for mining, and I'll see you there. Hi guys, all right. So now we're at the at those stones, where you also did the tutorial and everything. So what we're going to do is we will go and basically hack away at some rocks, and we will gather about 2,000 or 3,000, depends, we'll gather about 2 or 3,000 Granum, and we will then take that Granum and we will go back to the Natorus and basically just I'll show you the difference when you use nitra and when you don't use nitra as a catalyst to extract your minerals, and you can see the difference. And this is at a skill level of about 41, 42 for the Natorus itself, for the extraction. So take that with that in mind. Really, if you're 100, your gains are much higher, right? But you have to get there somewhere, and the way it works in Mortal Online, unfortunately, is you have to use the machines in order to get the skill. So I'll hack away here, and I'll see you guys back in a second when I've gathered all the rocks, and I'll see you back at the Natorus. So, all right, guys. So we just extracted, as you can see in my inventory, 2,000 Granum pile. I split them already. By the way, if you don't know how to split, you can basically just hold the Shift key on your keyboard and click the right mouse button, and that is going to split your stack. It'll ask you for the amount. You just hit split, and that's it. Super simple. Also, if you're wondering how I'm getting my mouse and everything, just like this, I press the Z key on my keyboard and I get the mouse. Super easy, right? So we're gonna head back to the Natorus. Now, there is no real document or anything that you can look up, or at least that I have found, where it will tell you the ratio of catalyst to ore or mineral. So, you know, take that for what you will, but like, I mean, the community is very, very helpful, but you know, these things tend to be sort of like secret or rather private, and they stay usually in guilds because of how Mortal works. You're supposed to be discovering things yourself, right? I mean, almost everything you're supposed to discover yourself. So, what we're going to do is, I'll show you this really simply, right? And remember that my skill is at about 41, as you can see. For the Natorus, that is, right? So this is under the profession skills, and you go ore extraction appliances, hydraulic, Natorus, and you can see my skill is 41, right? There's also a greater Natorus operation or skill, but this one is also a primary skill, and it's going to cost you skill points and things like that. So if you really want to go deep into the tree, it's going to cost you skill points, a lot of them. So forget about being a really good weapons crafter and a really good miner and a really good armor crafter at the same time. It's not going to happen, guys. Simply because of the lack of, you know, profession points that you simply won't be having, right? So try to specialize in something that, you know, makes sense for you, right? Whether it makes sense for your guilds, for your friends, whatever, you know, like each one of you should try and specialize in something. So enough of that. We will basically just try the extraction. So I'm going to hit R. I'll get that window. And you can drag your pile here, or you can just simply right click it, doesn't matter. We're just going to extract this as it is without the catalyst. So the catalyst is nitro. We're going to extract it without the catalyst, and we'll see what the results are, and I'll see you back in a... Alright guys, as you can see, we've gotten next to nothing, right? For 1,000 Granum, now granted this is not a lot, right? But for 1,000 Granum, we got 3 Amaranthum, we got 10 Flakestone, and we got 7 Granum powder. Now, this is not a lot, right? Just remember these numbers here. I'm gonna do the same thing now, but this time, for me, I found a ratio of 0.07 per Granum of catalyst to be sufficient and to be just okay. So what I'm going to do is I'll right click my Granum, and I'm gonna split my nitro, and math is correct. Then we're gonna use 70 nitro per 1,000 Granum pile. I'll put that into the catalyst slot, right? You can also drag that, of course. And then I'm gonna extract. I'll throw this away. So remember, 3 Amaranthum, 10 Flakestone, and 7 Granum powder. That is what we got from not using any catalyst, right? Now, I will split the stack in a second, and you'll see the difference. All right, I'll see you back in a second, guys. All right, guys, so the machine's finished, and as you can see, the difference is quite large. It's more than double the amount of flakestone that we received by basically adding a catalyst to the operation. So now you can make the calculation yourself. At my skill level with a skill of 41 at the Natorus, right? you know, I'm getting 21 flakestone for 70 nitra and 1000 granum, right? You make the calculation yourself. You know, I would have gotten over 200 if this was a pile of, you know, 10,000 granum, right? Now just remember, you also need the same amount of nitra, you know, scaled up, right? So, yeah, I mean, this is really it, guys. So this is the Natorus. We're gonna go through the grinder and the crusher next. Although my skill level is not high enough yet, I'm gonna grind that, pun intended, literally, just to give you an example of what you're getting from the grinder and what you're getting from the crusher, right? So I'll see you in the next episode when we talk about that one, right? I'll see you around, guys. Have a good one.